Okay, I've been saying my new mic was coming in, and ta-da, here it is. I was gonna wait because I can't stay on very long. My sons are heading out today, and so I was gonna wait for that. But I was so excited about getting my new mic that I decided to go ahead and just do this, and then I'll play games a little bit later. Although I might play a little, but so I have been thinking. There's a saying that opposites attract. And I think that's only partially true. I think maybe we attract opposites on just a superficial level, because I think that really we're drawn to people in some way who are like us. And I say this because so many of the people that I interact with, that I naturally make friends with, they come from a background just like me. And although this is deep South Louisiana, so it's probable that many of us have stories like this. So for me, like my family, like drugs, alcohol, all that kind of stuff runs in my family. I am a child of a single mom, and I find so often that a lot of the people that I know, even the successful people that I gravitate to and that they gravitate to me, and we find it easy to talk to each other and connect, they have similar backgrounds too. And so I think it's funny because, even though we come from those backgrounds, some of us stay in them and some of us get out. And I always found that interesting, that in the same family, you might have several children, brothers and sisters, and they can be totally different. I was talking to someone this week, and their parents died, and they have to settle the estate, and it's like 2 against 2. I mean, they are just and what he said was that their family relationships were destroyed years ago. And so they're not really losing anything through this. It's just a question of 2 of them feel like they're going to be taken advantage of, and the other 2 are trying to get the property cheap and turn and flip it and make a profit. But it's funny how people can be raised in the same household and end up so different. And then also people, who don't look like they come from the background, and then you start talking to them and you realize they have a background just like you. I remember I put my kids in a private school for a while, and I was the school like that grade level mom. I was a mom. There were 2 of us that year, and the other mom, we really liked each other, and so we went and sat down and had lunch, and we were planning things out and getting to know each other. And it's funny because I grew up, I am Bayou girl. When I say my family comes from the Bayou, my family comes from the Bayou. My first house that I remember that wasn't my grandparents' house was a trailer. So I don't look like it necessarily. I don't sound like it necessarily, although when I hear myself speak, I hear the yat. If you know anything about Southeast Louisiana, you get the yat reference. If you don't, look it up. It's funny. But anyway, where you at, darling? But anyway. So I was talking to this other mom, and she's telling me how, her parents were great, and they had this great family, and she went to college, and she chose a professional career that was going to take her where she wanted to go. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm listening, and I'm like, I can't relate at all. I'm just looking at her like she is an alien from another planet. Like, what is this healthy family thing? I couldn't get it. I have no idea. I couldn't relate at all to where she was coming from. And I love her to death. Like, we really get along. But the way she was raised, and, how she made her decisions, it was just so healthy. And I'm like, man, I don't know what that's like, because my family was not like that at all. But I'm in this guild, and it's called Pyreborne. And the owner of the guild would like to change the name, but I love the name. And it's because of this. So a pyre, and I looked them up. I have the definition. So a pyre is a combustible heap for burning a dead body as a funeral rite. And borne means transported or transmitted by. So it's the idea of carrying. So it's not like you're born, but it's the idea of transporting something from one place to another. And so I love that idea, like moving from one place to another place through a fiery death. Like it sounds kind of awful when I put it that way, but it's like a rebirth, really. It's like you burn up the old and you start new. And it's funny because some people do that. Like some people take life and the hard stuff you go through, they take it and they use it and they come out new, like the phoenix, right? They rise from the ashes and they're reborn into something better than they were before. And some people just, it's like they're the walking dead. I mean, like they just give up and life beats them around. Life is hard and life just beats them up and beats them around and like they are living death and they never rise up out of it and they never move forward. But some people do. And so like our background, our past, it's where we come from, but it's not necessarily our future. It doesn't have to determine where we're heading. And, and some people, they just take it. They take what we come from and they use it and they draw strength from it and they move forward, and other people just give up and you see it. I don't know if you're listening, like how old you are, but one of the things you see, the people you knew in high school, nobody after high school is the same as in high school. It just doesn't work that way. And the longer you go, the more people change. Like the people who are nerds, they become something else. The people who are popular, they become something else. It's just life just totally changes. And you look at people sometimes and they completely surprise you. And it always comes down to that. Do you take the stuff that happens to you in life and do you use it to make you stronger and move forward, or do you let it kill you a little bit? One of the saddest things, truly, about getting older is watching some people die a living death. It's like they just give up on life, and it shouldn't be that way. We should always be living, and becoming better than we were yesterday. And I can't believe I did do it. There's this one thing, I always kind of bring it back to the perspective of where I'm coming from. And so I love this. This is a verse, it's 2 Corinthians 5:17, and it says, "Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, this person is a new creation. The old things have passed away. Behold, new things have come." So I can't stay on very long right now. I'm going to be playing later. But I just wanted to try out my new mic and throw that out there, and I don't know. I hope somebody gets some encouragement from some of what I say, because life is hard, and there's lots of negativity and lots of living dead. And sometimes we need to have someone in our lives to pick ourselves up and remind us, live. You get one shot at this. We don't get two lives. You get one shot. Live. All right, y'all. Have a good one. I'll see you in play later. And look up Yet.